economically the way it is. And there's no megahertz to megahertz. It's what it does it cost end of the day for you to do this. And that's the end of the day. I will say, I have noticed, and I'm fucking pissed about this, AMD processor fucking boards have went up in price. Got a problem with that. Because they know that the processors are cheaper. And they're fucking cashing in on this. Folks, I'm telling you the truth. I call it the way I see it. I don't like the way the boards are cashing in on the cheaper processor, but same thing, the processor is amazing for the price, dollar for dollar, pound for pound. That's just my opinion. I would call that the GTFO effect.
So I have to say that there's a lot of interesting things that are going to be brought up in these topics over the next week or possibly a couple of weeks.
Whenever we do the GeekWeek show, I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of hate now. I mean, because we're gonna call it the way it is.
Yes.
You know, and no matter what, and you know, there's big time followers for AMD. There's big time followers for Intel, and we have to be honest and unbiased. And really, I always said this. The Intel makes the fastest chip in the world. They make the most shittiest fucking graphics processor ever in the world. Fastest processor, most shittiest fucking graphics processor. So I don't know. Some people are gonna fucking hate me. I don't know.
Well, you know what? They're gonna, one way or the other. You know, it's Mac versus Windows.
It's not even Mac versus
It's Radiant, and it's AMD versus Intel, and you got a following of people that are AMD, and you have a following, and you know, quite frankly, I'm not in that war. You know, I want what's best, and I want what I can afford, and I want to build the best thing I possibly can for the lowest amount of dollars.
Here's what I want. I want an Intel fucking laptop that actually kicks ass in graphics. And it's never gonna happen. Because these motherfuckers are lazy. They fucking got the fastest chip in the world, and they know it. And they're gonna fucking feed you the fucking worst ass graphics fucking controller in the world. Bar none. That no one would want in their laptop. And trust me, I have bought them. So I know that this shit sucks with Intel. If you have an Intel processor, please don't go with the Intel graphics setup. They are the worst. I hate them.
Well, and you know, maybe if we're lucky, Intel will see this and do something about it.
Well, exactly. That's what I want them to do. Maybe back up their fucking graphics processing.
It's the reason that your graphics are Intel. Is it because your main board is Intel?
Well, here's the thing.
Is the main board in your laptop?
Intel is pushing real hard right now for it because they have graphics built on their processors. This is a big thing, guys. This is not like little playing around. This is a big thing. Intel builds on graphics on their processor units. They're huge for that. So they push that companies integrate for their graphics units, which suck ass. Now, if you have an Intel, okay, and you don't have their graphics unit, you're gonna fucking have a rocking system. You're gonna have a fucking amazing system because Intel's fucking chipsets are amazing, but their fucking graphics systems suck. and they push that, and it's more affordable, and they're getting away with it for what, 5 fucking years at least. The fucking graphics units on the Intel are the worst in the world right now. I mean, because you got 3, right? You got fucking GeForce, ATI. There's no Voodoo anymore. Who knows Voodoo? Fuck that. There's fucking Intel, right? So Intel is the bottom of the barrel, and it doesn't play the games. It doesn't do anything fun. Why, when you pay for the best processor in the world, would you get the worst fucking graphics display in the world? No, I don't.
They want to put their name. You know what I mean?
The fucking, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed.
Put my name on it.
You've got the best, fastest, smallest micro in the world that works bar none. Nobody questions it. You're the king. And you're going to make a graphic system that works like shit. And gets updated less than any other fucking graphic system. No, I don't think that's cool. I'm gonna call it the way it is. It's the truth. Graphic systems from Intel suck ass. They don't play even fucking WoW. We've seen it this week. I have a 577 fucking Intel 5, and I can't play WoW. That is fucked up.
True story.
True story. So if I'm lying, tell me, because I know I'm not. You know what I mean? And here's the thing: we want Intel to do good. We love the processor. The processor is amazing. It hyper-threads. It's faster. It's more effective. But then you're gonna fucking place it and push this crappy ass graphics unit with it. Don't do that. Don't do that. You've got a great fucking processor. Don't push your shit on us.
Well, and that's, I mean, that brings about another topic, really, which, we're running out of time, so we'll start it and maybe we'll finish it next week. If you have a laptop and you're running off of the onboard graphic chipset,
please don't buy Intel.
If you can help it, buy a laptop that has a video game or a video card in it, as opposed to onboard.
There is other alternatives from Intel that have graphics sets that are not from Intel, and those would be the better. But usually you're going to see AMD stuff with ATI, and those score way better, unfortunately, with the laptops, because we're basically budget buyers. We're going to buy the $700 laptop, and what you're going to get with it is a killer fucking. You're going to get a killer processor with a shit fucking graphics unit, or you're going to get the half-decent AMD with a really good graphics unit. So, folks, it's up to you. The truth is truth. I fucking been Gateway for many, many years, and I will never buy a Gateway again because they are so subjective to Intel, is what it comes down to.
And I love the Intel processor. I pretty much that's all I buy for the businesses because I know I can rely on for years and years and years. Proven track record, But what I don't like, from what I'm hearing, is that Intel basically used their name. They put their name on an inferior product and passed it off as being great. It's like a company taking their name, putting it on there and just calling it Intel, and everybody's going to buy it because, hey, it's Intel. And I don't like when a company does that because who gets ripped off? It's me, it's you, it's everybody else,
I honestly was very surprised that my son's computer with the AMD processor and the Radeon graphics processor was doing better in Windows Experience graphics, you know, because the thing is, you have a fucking killer processor, and we do. It scores really high, but the fact is, the fucking graphics side of it sucks ass. And I'm sorry if you're an Intel person, you're gonna get pissed at me for telling the truth. I'm a buyer. I buy these laptops. I buy the fucking desktops. I buy my shit. I've never, you know, and I'm not gonna fucking lie about the fucking performance at the end of the day with the graphics performance. The graphics performance is shit with Intel. It's almost like IBM. Might as well call it IBM. Fucking internet business fucking machines. Because it's not for gaming. It does not want you to game, obviously, because you can't even fucking game WoW on a laptop with an i5. That's fucked up.
I'd have to agree.
So anyways, great processor, super great processor, killer great processor. I love the i-cores for their processing units, and I'm not gonna lie, but definitely don't go with the Intel chipset for graphics at all, folks. That would be your worst mistake, unless you don't play games at all and you just want to do what I do: render After Effects, play around, and do some shows. Then I guess it's okay. But I'm just telling people the way it is, the truth, and the fact is that these Intel units, co-paired with their own Intel graphics setups, are the worst in the world, which I consider only three. You know, NVIDIA, Radeon, and Intel. So Intel being the bottom. I know I'm going to piss off a lot of people, but
it is what it is.
It is what it is, so go fuck yourself for being biased. And being a buyer.
Who's the one that lost out in the end?
Yeah, no, really, I did. And you know what? I'll fucking go buy a fucking laptop next time without Intel chip if it's cheaper and it's paired with like an ATI Radeon setup. I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean? For $700. It's come down to that. It's pissed me off that much. And I know that at least I'll be able to play WoW. Wow. Yeah, I think that's a big deal. Really?
Yeah, we're running out of time, but some other things that we'll be bringing to the show for Geek Week would be what to do with possibly a laptop that's broken up a little bit, may need a little bit of repair stuff, but maybe some things you haven't considered on doing, and we'll actually give you our own renditions of what we actually did with ours, and you know, it might give you something to do yourself. So
crazy mods with your laptop that you were gonna throw away but you didn't. We're gonna cover that. We've got a lot of stuff coming with Geek Week and vaping on the side. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up this week. Benchmarks don't lie, well, except for Sinbench, I guess. Yeah, apparently, if you have an Intel, you score way better unless you have a fucking code that fucking covers up your fucking CPU to make it look like it's an Intel. Then you do a lot better. That's kind of fucked up. You know, you hear this shit. It's going on all day long. Big Brother in effect.
And these companies have a lot to gain by something like that.
Yeah, I don't the fuck, right? It's fucking.
They're out to make $1. It's just
I mean, I'm sure Intel, once they get a load of our shows on the internet, are gonna be like, yeah, you know what? Shut the fuck up. Here's a Intel processor, and tell the not truth. Truth is truth. Intel has awesome processors. They fucking hyper-thread. They fucking do a lot of great stuff. Oh, dollar for dollar. Right now, that's not where the buy is.
And here's the thing. If Intel sends you a board and a chip, and AMD did the same thing, I'll tell you this personally myself, they could send me something like that, and if I don't like it, I'm going to tell you I don't like it, but if I love it, I'll tell you I love it. It is what it is at the end of the day.
And that's why I say about Intel being, the king of the hyper-threading, the king of the megahertz, but yet not king of the dollar, not at all. Buck for buck, the fucking AMD beats the fucking Intel right now. And wow, when this gets out there, I'm gonna have a lot of haters. I don't feel very safe, but whatever.
At least you bait too. Sometimes.
Once in a while, we kind of bait.
Yeah.
It's a backup hobby. Alright, folks, that about does it for us. I'm gonna put up a splash screen as we fade our way out here. Thanks for tuning in to Geek Week. We got myself, the Great One. We have the Geek One, Jeff A.K. Slinger. And we have the People's Champ.
Wow, throwing that out there.
Fabian Fada. Thanks for joining us. Come back next week. Geek Fist.
Geek Fist. Holy fuck, we cover too much fucking content tonight.
Are we live or are we not live? We're still live.
Oh, hey fuck faces. We covered too much content.